And now for our main event. With us tonight, we have 5 local business owners to share with us what survival of the fittest means to them. We ask that you please respect them and your fellow audience members by silencing your phones and remaining quiet during the presentations. Without further ado, our first speaker is Richard Estrada of Crescent City Packaging. Crescent City Packaging started out in 2000 as a regional supplier with 1 warehouse and is now a national supplier with over 150,000 square feet of warehouse space and a presence in 3 states. They have been on the Inc. 5000 list, an annual ranking of the fastest growing companies in America, for 3 consecutive years. And they continue to grow, adding more warehouse space and equipment to offer new innovative solutions for their customers. Please welcome Richard.
All right, thank you, StayLocal for the invitation. Can you hear me? Yes? I guess there's no place to put this. We'll do that, and I'm not responsible for what happens here. Thank you for the invitation. I think this is a great cause. I think this is a great organization for us to be a part of, and for all of you to be a part of. We are a local company, and we support local companies. In the last 5 years, I guess, we have become more of a national company, but we started and we survived with your help, with the help of local companies. As Meredith said, we started in the year 2000. Probably not the best year to start a company. That was when one of the last recessions of the country was taking place. Nonetheless, that's when the company started. After that, everyone knows 2001, September 11. Then we had a little flood that came through here, 2005. Then we've had 2009, 10, and 11, the last Great Depression, economic depression, and now, we got all this oil and issues going around in town. So we know a little bit about surviving. We know a little bit about growing through adversity. Pretty much the last 16 years that we have been in business has been just doing one thing or another. And we have figured out a way to get past a lot of those things and not only survive, but increase our presence and become better. 3 things that I would like to leave with you tonight that I think are key and has been key for us as a company to grow and to survive. One is you need to be fit. It is only, I think, it's only fitting that, since we're talking about survival of the fittest, and that's kind of a Darwinism and creationism, that we throw in a little Bible in there. So how many of you know the story of David and Goliath? Right? How many of you went to Sunday school? You don't have to raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Sorry. So the story is one of a shepherd boy who fights this great soldier, and he goes out to battle. And many people obviously think that he was not fit to fight that fight. I submit to you that I think he was very much fit. Not only was he fit, but he was on the advantage to bring down that much bigger foe. And the reason is, if you look at Goliath, he was armed, he was, he had all this bulky shields, and he had his spear, he had all of this around him that he thought would help him in his battle. David, on the other hand, he was free from any of the other things. He had pretty much just a slingshot and a rock to go after him. In military terms, the Goliath is what we call infantry. David is what we call artillery. And this is how we fight wars now. We fight wars pretty much with a lot of artillery, not so much infantry. So David, in fact, was at an advantage. There's no way that Goliath was going to win that battle. And in many ways, as business owners, we're the same way. We think that we're going up against a competitor that may be much bigger, that may have more resources. But survival of the fittest is not necessarily about the biggest and the largest, and that's more. It is about being fit. And when I mean fit, as a business owner, you have to be fit in many ways. Right? You have to know your numbers. competitors. You have to know if you're making money. You have to know if who your market is and what are the new trends. I'm going to stay here at this point a little bit longer than the other two, simply because there's a lot more to talk about. Who has heard of the company Ralph Lauren? Everybody. If you have a shirt, a polo shirt, everybody knows Ralph Lauren. Now, who has heard that Ralph Lauren is in trouble right now? Right? Just a few of you. In the last 3 years, Ralph Lauren's market cap and profits and revenue has come down, and they're about half of what they used to be. Ralph Lauren went out and he just recently hired a CEO of H&M. Who here has heard of H&M? Right? A few of you. It's a great store, actually. 4 things that this new CEO is going to do. He's going to cut a lot of the top layer of management. He's going to bring product faster to market. He's going to say what the 4 core products that made Ralph Lauren who Ralph Lauren is now. And lastly, he's going to what was the last one? He's going to bring in a team of people that's going to help him to find the new markets and not just open stores like Ralph Lauren has been opening stores. Pretty much the same things that we're talking about tonight. Staying fit, being fast, and being flexible. Those are the things that helped us, especially through a lot of the adversities that we had talked about earlier. We had, going through Katrina, and in fact, Katrina in many ways was a blessing to us. We grew. We took advantage of a lot of things that other competitors would not do, and we grew after Katrina a good bit. The second thing that you need to be is you need to be fast. The larger guys are coming after you. You need to be fast. You need to be able to move. You need to be able to respond. You need to be able to make changes within your own organization, and you need to be fast outwardly and inwardly. So customers, you need to treat customers fast. You need to respond to them fast. You need to quote fast or make your proposals fast. You need to deliver fast. You need to follow up fast. We do that. We try to do that as best as we can every day. It has become a little more difficult as we've gotten larger, but that's part of growth, and that's part of what we have to do. The other thing you have to do is you have to be fast inwardly. So as you see changes and as you see people that are maybe not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you need to make those changes. You need to correct. You need to see where your company may or may not be going, or where you need it to go, and you need to make those changes as an owner and as the leader of your company. Lastly, you need to be flexible. Now, flexibility for us, we learned a great deal again after Katrina. We started to do a lot of things that were not part of what we set out to do. We're a packaging company. We made shipping boxes. We make displays. We made a lot of things that you would use to get your product from point A to point B. Customers came to us after Katrina and they said, "Hey, can you help us with tablets? Can you help us with foam? Can you help us with A, B, or C, things that were completely outside of what we normally do?" And we said, "Absolutely, we'll help you." As a result of that, we grew a lot. A lot of those customers started with us right after the storm because of the need, and have stayed with us since then. Now going on 11 years, and we continue to provide all those things that were outside of what we thought were not part of what we offer. But that taught us a lot of lessons, right? We became very much aware of what was happening in our market, and we answered those questions. I know it's not a lot of time, and those are 3 things that I would leave with you tonight to stay ahead of the competition and to survive in this market that we're in. Things happen really fast. So think about staying fit, think about being
without notes. You don't need them.